Hey everyone, Noah here. So today I'm gonna be showing you all how to make your own custom, unique sea glass necklace at home. I'm gonna show you guys the list of supplies that we're gonna be using and walk you through the whole process to help you create your own beautiful custom necklace that will hopefully turn out something like this. Cue the oohs and ahs. Ooh, ah. So hopefully your necklace will end up looking something like this. And they're so beautiful, and I know you guys are gonna love them, and we're gonna have so much fun making them today. Alrighty, so first I wanna walk you guys through the list of supplies that you're gonna need to make your necklaces. So the first thing we're gonna be using is sea glass. Now if you don't live near a river, a lake, or a beach where you can collect some sea glass or river rock, you can always order some from Amazon or any craft store website. And luckily this one came in a container full of assorted pieces, and it gives you a lot of variety to choose from. So you're gonna need some sea glass. And then next we're gonna be using 18 gauge 1mm silver aluminum craft wire. Now you can get craft wire in any color, silver, gold, rose gold, you name it, all the colors you would like. But today we're using silver, and you're going to need 1 foot of the silver craft wire. All right, so the next thing we're gonna need is hemp thread, or any other natural cord will work as well. But specifically, we're going to need 3 pieces, each 36 inches long, or 3 feet, of hemp thread. And we're going to be braiding these to make our necklace chains. So the other supplies we're gonna need are tape, some scissors, and some sort of cylindrical tool, like a pencil, a marker, a pen, or even just your finger. You're also going to need a flat surface today in order to make the necklaces. Alrighty, so I'm gonna walk you guys through the process of how we're going to make the necklaces today. So we're going to take a piece of sea glass, and we're going to use the craft wire to create a backing and wrap it around the sea glass in order to create our pendant. After we make the pendant, we're going to use the tape and the hemp thread. And we're going to tape the hemp thread onto the flat surface in front of us, and we're going to braid it. If you're not familiar with braiding, I'm gonna walk you through it, so don't worry. We're gonna need the scissors to cut off the piece of wire, and we're also gonna be using the scissors to cut off the hemp thread as well. We're gonna be using the cylindrical tool, like the pen, pencil, or marker, or your finger, to create a loop with the wire in order to serve as a loop that the hemp thread is going to go through to be our chain. All right, everybody, so I've walked you through the process. Now let's get to making our necklaces. Yay! All right, everybody. So first we're gonna start by making the pendant. So I'm gonna take my piece of sea glass here, and then I'm gonna take my wire. So here I've got the sea glass and the wire. So I need to create the backing for the pendant. So I'm gonna take my cylindrical tool, and I'm going to wrap my wire over it like this. Just to make one little loop, I'm going to take one piece and just bend it over like this. And then once you've got that done, you just pull your wire off of the cylindrical tool that you're using, and you've got a loop. Awesome. So now that you've got your loop, you just want it to be probably around 1/2 inch wide. So I think that there should be good. Alrighty, so now we've got the loop, and then I'm going to take it in my fingers like this, and I'm going to start twisting. Now this is going to serve as the backing of our pendant. And I'm gonna do about 5 or 6 twists down, or about halfway down your sea glass piece. So I think I've got it just about right. So once you've twisted down, this is your loop and your backing. And you're just gonna take your piece of sea glass, and then this is when we're gonna start wrapping the pendant. So once I've got my sea glass situated here, I'm just going to try to keep the wire as flush as I can against the piece of sea glass in order to make it as stable and secure as I can. And I'm just going to wrap around. Now once you've reached as much wire as you can wrap around, then you can just wrap the rest around the top of the wire like this. And now I'm gonna take my next piece of wire and wrap it around the sea glass. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna wrap the rest around the top. And then sometimes you might have a little bit of some pokey ends here from the wire. So you can use some jewelry pliers or just your fingers to squish them down a little bit. And then there we go. Now we've got our sea glass necklace pendant. Now it doesn't have to be perfect because this is what part of what makes it unique. But it needs to look something like this. So facing from the front, you want the loop to be sideways like this. And you've got your backing. And it'll look like this from the front. Gorgeous, right? Pretty unique and cool if I say so myself. Alrighty, so that's how you make the pendant. So next, we're going to move on to braiding the hemp thread in order to make our chain. So I'm going to take my 3 pieces of hemp thread and I'm going to line them all up together when they're starting at the same length. And this is where you're going to need to tape your hemp thread to your flat surface. So I'm just gonna tape it down like this and make sure it's nice and secure. So I'm gonna use a couple pieces of tape. Alrighty. So once you've got your threads taped down, you just want to give it a little tug to make sure it's nice and secure. And this is where we're going to braid the hemp thread and make our chain. So if you've never braided before, it's actually fairly easy. You just take each of the 3 strands into your fingers like this. And then you just start crossing one over the other. So you have your left strand, your middle strand, and your right strand. So you just go like this. Take your right over middle, and then your left over middle. And you just try to keep it as tight as you can to the top in order to make a really nice tight braid. But you just keep repeating that. Right over middle, left over middle. Right over middle, left over middle. And you just keep braiding all the way down until you have a completely braided necklace chain. Alrighty, so I went ahead and braided it down as far as I felt I needed to. And it's always good to braid just a little bit more than you think you need, just to make sure you have enough length for your necklace chain. So once you've got it all braided, you can go ahead and untape the thread from your flat surface, and then you should have something that looks kind of like this. So this is what your chain is gonna be. So here is when we take our braided hemp cord chain and we take the end and we're gonna put it right through our necklace pendant like so. Starting to look more like a necklace, huh? So it's gonna be like this. And now here is when you can tie your necklace chain however you would like and whatever knot you feel is the best. Just make sure to leave enough room so you can get it over your head. For me, I'm gonna show you guys how I tie my necklace chain knots because it allows it to be a little bit adjustable and it's just something that I've been doing. So I take the 2 ends of the necklace chain like this and I cross them over, just like how when you tie a shoe. So I've got them crossed like how I would when I tie a shoe. And if you look closely, you can see where it's got a little bit of an opening, like right here, through where it's crossed, almost like an infinity sign. So you take both ends of your chain and you put it through one hole of the infinity sign that you made when you crossed your chain. And then you'll have something like this. So when you're at this point, you just take your necklace chain and make sure that you have a hole big enough to go around your head and you just pull, like so. And that's gonna make your knot. And then you can just tug a little bit on both ends just to make sure that it's nice and tight. And then now you have your necklace, voila! So it's optional if you'd like to leave some of these frays at the end just to have a little bit of a more natural look. But I'm going to just trim them a little bit about to there. And there you have your custom sea glass necklace. Woohoo! Good job, you guys.